I love that all my lady colleagues were here. It's kind of awesome. All right, so how many times have you been to a seminar or a conference where the speaker has said, take a look around the room. By this time next year, at least 1 in 3 of these people will have gotten this disease or that disease. It's a pretty powerful message, and it kind of gives you the opportunity to reflect on your life and say, what can I do to change this? So humor me for just a minute. Take a look around the room. By this time next year, or 10 years from now, no one in this room will have had a brain aneurysm except for me, probably. So I had a brain aneurysm in 2009, and I never in my wildest dreams thought that something like that would happen to me. So if I can't help you to predict this, how can I convey something to you that's going to make a difference in your life? Well, first let's set the stage. I'm going to give you a little medical background. The Mayo Clinic states that a brain aneurysm is a bulge in a vessel in your brain. Sometimes it leaks or ruptures, and that blood spills into your brain, and you have a massive stroke. According to the Brain Aneurysm Foundation, an estimated 6 million people in the United States have an unruptured brain aneurysm right now. Of those people, about 30,000 people each year will experience a ruptured brain aneurysm. Of those people, about 40% will drop dead on the spot. Another 15% won't survive the ride to the hospital. And of the people that do get treatment, 66% will have a serious long-term deficit. Obviously, I'm pretty lucky. And in case you're wondering, ladies, 60% of aneurysm victims are women. So early detection and prevention of brain aneurysm is key. It's not always possible to detect them early, but there are things that you can do if this happens to you. So how do you know if you have a brain aneurysm? What would you expect to do? Well, first of all, you're going to experience the worst pain of your life. In her book, Explosions in My Head, Anne Reevil describes her brain aneurysm pain as having her head repeatedly slammed against a brick wall. I remember my pain as being struck in the top of my head by a bolt of lightning. Either way, it's going to be the most traumatic, horrific pain you're ever going to experience. Yes, it is worse than childbirth. And you're going to be dizzy, delirious, have blurred vision. I ran around the house screaming for my husband to please call 911. The worst thing that you can do if you're experiencing a brain aneurysm is take a few aspirin, go to sleep, and hope that it'll be better tomorrow, because you may not wake up. The good news is that if you do get treatment, there are some very successful surgeries. One of them is open brain surgery, where they snip off your aneurysm, and the other is what I received, which is a catheter into my groin, and I had a coiling done, where they placed platinum coilings into my aneurysm. I highly recommend this. It's now referred to as the Dawn Smith at UVA. And it comes with a 12-day all-inclusive stay at Club Med. It's called facility. Either way, both treatments are very successful. I was back on the road running with my husband and working out after 6 weeks of my coiling. So let's reflect on the moral of this story. If you have any traumatic pain in your head, you need to call 911. I implore you to call 911. It saved my life. One day it might save your life or someone that you're with. Today I'm going to give you this handout, Brain Aneurysm Basics That Can Save Your Life. Something like this is something that I had actually read that prompted me to demand that my husband call 911. And one more rather unfortunate piece of information. Every year, the U.S. federal government spends about 83 cents per person on brain aneurysm research for each victim in the U.S. With 30,000 victims, that's only $25,000. The total cost of my care when I had my brain aneurysm was $200,000. Thank you.